for like several days now. I've just been so busy. My apologies for being late. I just watched Friday's episode. I got in from work a bit late. I'm just gonna get my notes up, and I'm gonna change my T-shirt because I'm trying to cut a chicken quarter. All right. Whew. My goodness. Hey everyone! I hope you had a great rest of your week and that your weekend is going well. I've had a great last couple days. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Um, I've just been busy in the best way possible. So amen. But hey everyone! I hope you're doing well. The show's been good. Hey, hello, Angela Davis. Okay. Oh really? Amen. I'm excited to talk about the show. Again, so where do you all want to start? Where do you want to start? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Hey Dee Dee. Hey everyone. Sure where to put that. I'm trying to cut up some chicken and then sit it off to the side so I can, it's one of these. I'm trying to call. Nina and Josh are delusional. Hey, Sabrina. Let me pull up my notes so we can get started. Hi. So you want to start with Nina and Jocelyn? Are you gonna fry chicken? No. Well, I've been putting it in my air fryer actually, but it's not the same. It's not the same. So I would love to fry some chicken, but I think I'm trying to do it a little healthier. So like air frying is fine. Woo. But it's just not the same. So I might bake it this time. I think I'm gonna bake it. Baked chicken is good. It's not the same as fried chicken though. Let's talk about Carly and Sunny not cutting chicken. Yes. We gotta multitask around here. You know what I'm saying? mm. Hey everybody. We can talk about Sunny and Carly. So Nina walked in on them at the end of the episode on Friday. Hopefully she ain't gonna make a fool of herself. I didn't get to see the previews for the next General Hospital. I don't think Nina needs to be. I'm not sure if I read that right. It said, "How do you stop all this? Like you just like your daughter back when I was a kid with the thing." I'm not really sure if I read that right. Hey, Shay Jean. Hey, Carly knows Sunny more than Nina. But I don't think Nina should be comparing herself to Carly because to be fair, Carly was young and she was able to be conditioned and because of Carly's background, she was more suited to handle what Carly, I'm sorry, what Sunny and Jason were all about. So I really don't think Nina should be comparing herself because Carly wasn't always happy with this life. She understood it. She was able to take it, because she loved him. They had children, the whole nine yards. But now that she's an older woman, this isn't something that she wants. And it was just something that she was willing to deal with. So I don't think so. Nina doesn't need to compare herself to Carly, but she does make a good point. Do I want to be a danger to them? You know, do I, if I'm going to be a part of Willow's life and my grandkids, do I want to be a constant source of danger because I'm around Sonny? But Sonny is always going to be a part of it somewhat because he's also the grandfather and the father of Michael, you know? So, I mean, girl, I wouldn't think too much on it, honestly. You know, don't back out now and stuff like that. Don't be a punk and back out. That's why relationships don't work. It'd be like, oh, you know, I knew this side of him, but there's so much more to him. In relationships, you are constantly getting to know this person. This person that you're with is constantly changing every single day. What, you're going to be a punk and run out? That's something that really bugs me about my ex-husband, well, soon to be ex-husband. It's just, you know, he bailed. He ran away. He ran to someone he doesn't even know that well either. Instead of, you know, appreciating what he had and just, you know, being willing. You know, when you get in a relationship and when you marry somebody, you are vowing to be a witness to who they are and growing with them. You feel me? So, like, no, let's get off this topic because, honey, I could go on for days. Anyway, Nina, don't be a punk and back out now. I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, I didn't really know him. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. He's a criminal. Carly understands that he's a criminal. Well, she does. Nina just kind of pushes it off, doesn't she? Like, Nina just kind of pushes it off and she kind of basks in, you know, his dimples maybe and stuff like that and kind of just puts the whole thing off. But girl, just get hip to reality. My best advice to you is just don't ask him no questions. Just, you know, just stay out of his business. Just stay out of it. You know, and don't be looking all like upset every single time he's talking to Carly because yeah, she knows him better than you do in that area. They were married how many times? Just don't compare, girl. Comparison is a thief, honey. Trust in, I know this from experience. I'll be sitting here comparing myself to the situation that my spouse left me for. You know, I'd be like, oh, they got a house and they got kids. And it's like, girl, don't compare. So what? You have a house, you got a kid. Make my life what it is. Shit. Stop comparing yourself. Cause you know, even though Nina gets on my nerves, girl, you fabulous, honey. You still fabulous. Shit. Carly got her own saddle bag doughboy and Drew she don't need Sonny. Exactly. And Carly ain't even thinking like that. That's something that I can appreciate. Carly isn't sitting here trying to be messy, you know, purposely trying to get Sonny back on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, it's not like she's in Nina's face like, oh, I know Sonny's life better than you do. And it's only a matter of time before he's gonna come and lean on me when it gets rough. You can't handle Sonny. Carly used to do that. Carly would do that in the past with Sonny's other little side chicks and everything like that, but she's not doing that now. She don't want Sonny, and I certainly appreciate that. Yes, Carly has moved on. Carly has moved on, and I'm proud of her. She's not doing that. She's concerned about Sonny because absolutely they have history. She loves him, the father of her children, so she cares about his well-being and stuff like that. Yes, Carly is done, and I'm proud of her. I'm so proud of her. Be done, honey. Be done. Goodness, ain't nothing back there but some heartache. And Nina gonna find that out for herself. Cause but girl, I'm telling you, don't you look, if you want to be with Sonny, you better turn the other way. You better turn the other way, honey. If you want to be happy with Sonny. But keep in mind, you might catch a bullet. You might catch a bullet. Didn't Carly get shot in the head when she was giving birth to Morgan? Honey, you might catch a bullet. Just understand. Just understand that, okay? But I did enjoy their scenes today. You know, I enjoyed their scenes from Friday. I really do. What are your thoughts on Sonny and Carly? I mean, I've seen a lot of people saying they wish they would get back together. I'm really past. Oh yes, Sonny shot her, but I'm really past Sonny and Carly getting back together. I don't need to have that happen. I like where Carly is now in her life. I really don't think we need another Sonny Carly do-over. To me, that's just done. And I'm good with them being parents. You don't think they're done? You don't think they're done? Yeah, I'm good with them if they can just be friends. Really good friends that know each other extremely well. You know, one is a confidant of Sonny, a female confidant that isn't, you know, trying to get in bed with him and stuff like that. I feel like they've grown to that point, really, honestly, and just be about the kids. Just be about the kids. Seriously. Carly and Sunny could still cope. Absolutely. I want them to stay friend, no reunion. I agree. Now, Nina was having conversations. So, first of all, I think that the last time I did a stream was before Dr. Obrecht had found out that she is a donor match. How are we feeling about Dr. O? Some folks was saying ever since are you done with Sprina as well? Oh, we'll get to that. I think they will get back together. This is her Jack's phase. She eventually got back with Sunny. I just feel Sunny and Carly belong together so they won't torture anyone else with their toxicity. I think Carly already lost respect for Sunny. Absolutely. She should have lost respect for him after what he did when it came to that whole situation with Nina. I'm still upset with Sunny about that because I really don't feel like he took the proper accountability when it came to keeping things from Carly. He just kept, saying, "Oh, I came back to my life, and when I came back, my best friend was married to my wife, and blah blah blah." And it's like, what for? Like, how long were Jason and Carly married? How long? You walked in on their honeymoon night, like maybe. I guess I feel like that was karma for what he did to Jason when Jason came in out of the rain after being shot and found Sunny having had sex with Carly. That was Sunny's karma for what he did to Jason all those years ago, okay? Absolute karma. Shit. You deserve that moment, sir. Both of y'all broke Jason's heart, damn it. Man was shot and it came in and you was dicking her down. Just terrible. I still didn't pull up my notes. Me. But Dr. Obrecht is a match. Looks like the procedure can't start right away because she has to wean herself off of her medications. And there was some folks saying they should have been told her to stop taking her medications, considering that she was looking into seeing if she was a donor. By Carly, she still need to be slapped tired. Of course, Carly, come on now. Carly should get several slaps. Drew is not for Carly. She needs someone with edge, not dull Drew. Well, I gotta agree with you on that part. I need to go over here to the sink. Oh, okay. I will finish this later because I'm gonna have to get deep in the sink with this one. I'm hungry. I'll do a TV dinner. So, Nina was talking to Phyllis after a while. It was some people said it was good to see Phyllis back. Who knows how long she'll actually be in the picture because what they be pulling people out of the character closet. I want Jason and Sam. I want Jason back for Sam. I'm good on Jason and Sam. It just the magic wasn't there like it used to be. I'm so good on them. She and Dante can go in the character closet if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. But I don't know how long Phyllis is going to be around. I like her. And, she was talking through with Nina about everything. But Nina is not going to let go of Sunny because I think she's like, oh, I don't want to let go of Sunny. And then he gets Carly and then I lose for real. So she's not going anywhere. Sam no longer wants that lifestyle. And if Jason came back, how would Jason even come? Like, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know how I feel if Jason were to come back, honestly. They've been messing with that man so much. And before he left, he and Sam wasn't even a thing. He was supposed to be with Britt. 2.5 minutes. I'm hungry. I don't like how they did Jason and Sam either. I really, really don't. Just terrible. I'm about to move from here and go into my living room while this cooks. Or I'm going to stay here. So anyway, Nina is not leaving him, but congratulations to Michael and Willow. Hopefully everything goes, smoothly. It seems like things are really falling into place for them. And we could get some real good makeup back on Willow instead of her looking like she's like dying every couple seconds. What else is going on? Hey, child by Sam. I feel no ways if Willow kicks the bucket. They dropped that storyline real quick and making the weather. Okay, so all right. What I do want to talk about, speaking of Sam, Sam was on screen this week with Alexis. They met up at the Metro Court. Do you think Willow should die? No, I don't think so. If she does, that'll confirm that the curse that Michael has upon his female counterparts is for real. That most of the women he dates ends up dead. I think the only one who didn't, well, no, Kiki did end up dead. It was a delayed reaction to the curse. So no, don't kill Willow, okay? Please don't do it. Just don't, okay? Because no. Just break the damn curse. Yes, Christina and Dex. So what was I getting ready to say? Speaking of Sam and Alexis, Gregory and Alexis, y'all get on. First of all, Gregory, how old are you, sir? How old are you? And you don't know how to talk to a grown woman about what's going on in your life. What is the big secret? What is? Just go ahead and tell. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. And then Alexis, look, he wasn't talking slurred. He was stammering. Okay, he was like that. He wasn't like there is a clear difference. There is a difference. He was not slurring his words, girl. I don't know what to do with Gregory and Alexis. I really don't. Don't you dare put them in a relationship. They don't look cute to me as boyfriend and girlfriend. Hey, Vitra. Do you think that Dex is Dante's son? I don't think Dex belongs to any of them. He better not. He better not. Alexis was so out of line with Gregory, it is obvious that he's sick. Right. Right. Alexis have several damn seats, honey. I don't even know if we say that anymore, but I'm going to pull that back out for you. Have several damn seats. I feel like Gregory has Alzheimer's. No, somebody knows what he has, and they said it in the chat. It's something else. And it was diagnosed a while ago, if I'm not mistaken. I'm surprised his sons don't know about it. Lyme disease. There we go. Yeah, he has Lyme disease. But like, I don't understand why Alexis was being so aggressive and being so rude. Granted, she's projecting a lot upon him, especially when it comes to thinking that he's been drinking. But girl, you need to stop it. But both her and Gregory were kind of getting on my nerves. I felt like they were both being a bit immature. Can you live for a long time with Lyme disease or what? I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. I really don't know much about Lyme disease. But the next time I come on the live stream, I definitely will. Matter of fact, I got my computer open. Let's go ahead and see what it means to have Lyme disease. Caused by the bacterium Borrelia. Goodness. I butchered that. It is transmitted to humans through the bite of infected black-legged ticks. Typical symptoms include fever, headache, fatigue, and a characteristic skin rash. Let me see. What other... Okay. All right. So an overview. Deer ticks can carry the bacteria that causes Lyme disease. Most people with Lyme disease recover completely with appropriate antibiotic treatment. For those who develop syndromes after their infection is treated, pain medications can provide symptomatic relief. What other symptoms are there? So can it be something other than Lyme disease? Do you think they're going to do a rewrite and make it something more aggressive? Because I don't see anything that would suggest him stammering or slurring his words. It says it causes pain areas in the joints or muscles, whole body, fatigue, fever, stiffness or swelling, definitely a rash, but it says that there are treatments for it. Most people with Lyme disease recover completely. Okay, yeah, I already read that. My apologies. So both my neighbors have it. I also heard it makes you crazy. Really? A stroke or brain tumor. Why did she jump to drinking? He seemed like he was having a stroke. I'm thinking that Alexis jumped to drinking because she's projecting her own issues upon Gregory, and that's not fair. That really isn't fair. And then even after he told her he wasn't drinking, I mean, I guess, again, she was like, let me have your keys, because she's right. Clearly, he's not well, and maybe he shouldn't have been driving. I mean, dude nearly collapsed. You know what I'm saying? So I believe, of course, she was coming from the right place. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why he's so like, I don't want to talk about this. Like, I just want to hide this. I don't get it. I feel like both of them were being very immature in resolving it. And instead of speaking about it directly, it was like they were kind of talking around it at first. And then he kind of like nearly fell over and it was like, okay, you're drinking. And it's like, no, I'm not. Instead of just coming out and being like, no, this is what it is. It could have solved a whole lot of stuff if he would have said, this is what it is. But those two were kind of on my nerves, but I am curious to know if it really is Lyme disease or what's going on. I did enjoy Gregory's scenes with his sons, Finn and Chase, and the back and forth transitions between their table and Sam and Alexis. It's his medical business. He doesn't have to tell anyone, especially Alexis. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Alexis needs to pull back, and I'm surprised. Well, Alexis is true to form. This is really who she is. She butts into other people's businesses. So if she didn't do that, then I'd kind of be worried about her, honestly. But you are absolutely right. You don't have to tell nobody nothing, and she needs to back off and respect that if she's going to be his friend. If he wanted her to know, he would tell her. And that's exactly what she should have said. You know what? Your business is your business. If you want me to know it, then you'll tell me. If not, then so be it. I accept it. That's really what she should have done and left it. So you are absolutely right. Hold on, let me stir this. I'm trying this TV dinner. And it looks like booty, honestly. I don't even know why I got it. I don't even think like, you spend all this money for absolutely nothing. Let me put it on. All this money for absolutely nothing. Still have no respect and boundaries. She doesn't. Alexa acts like she's a longtime friend of Gregory. She barely knows him. True? I don't know. But as long as they don't put Alexis and Gregory together, I really don't see any chemistry between those two. As long as it's not them two. But I did want to touch on them because they were on my nerves. I was like, oh my gosh. All right. So the last time we had our live stream, I'm assuming that we didn't talk about Kevin and Laura. They went to go visit Esme at Spring Ridge. Also, they got a surprise visitor in Spencer who decided to show up anyway. Again, Spencer is just, he comes in so hot. Maybe with years and some wisdom, he'll calm down because I keep forgetting he is a young man, that he is approaching this all wrong. If anything, he needs to get on Esme's good side and earn her trust in a way that Laura has. But of course he shows up trying to, put the pressure on and everything. And it's like, dude, like, back off. This is not how you're going to get your way. But Esme still decided to sit down with Laura and Kevin. Laura and Kevin, they were like, oh yeah, this is your baby and everything like that. But they were still, Esme, I'm so proud of you. Don't you let anyone take your baby from you. No, you don't no, because I feel as though if the baby was forcefully taken from her, that would be one thing. But in court, when you give up your children, like in any form, getting them back, you have to work hard to get your kids back. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look at the reasons why you gave up the child. Then they'll come up and say, well, the child is well adjusted in this scenario. I'm sure there are a lot of states that are, for the moms and everything like that. But girl, don't you give up your kid. I was happy. I was like, don't do it. Kevin and Laura, they're good people. They are. But don't do it. Absolutely don't do it. I'm proud of her on that front. And that Kevin and Laura, they're respectable people who respected her choice and didn't put further pressure on her, and that might work out for them in the long run. I honestly don't see Esme going to Spring Ridge, especially after Trina decided to show up and visit. And she wanted to see for herself if Esme was playing her. But I have to agree with her because it's like Esme is really good at that deception. The way she was sitting there talking about honest Trina, I really don't remember. It took me back to that moment when they were sitting in Kelly's and, with her and the older Trina, and Jocelyn, and she was lying her ass off about not doing something, and she was looking the exact same way that she was looking while she was holding that baby. So Esme, she could be faking this entire thing. You just never know. She really could. I mean, she's really good at that, playing that. She's really great at it. So but Trina came up with a really excellent idea. What do you all think about the fact that they're going to drop the charges? I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I just never saw her going to Pentonville. It doesn't really help to keep the story going sometimes when these characters are behind bars. So I thought Trina's idea and the reasoning behind what she was talking about, it made sense, and she sold it in the best way possible to her friends. I'm glad that they all agreed on it. And hopefully, I wonder where Esme will end up going. Where is she going to stay? She might end up staying with Laura and Kevin. I don't see anybody else that would be willing to take her in at this point, considering that she doesn't really have resources to provide for herself or the baby outside of Spring Ridge. So she could certainly end up with Laura and Kevin living with them. But Diane, in Friday's episode, she went ahead and she talked to Robert about it. Looks like Robert is on board with it. Should Robert and Diane end up dating? I remember that a lot of us thought that Robert and Olivia had great chemistry, but she stayed with Ned. I don't know. I wonder what happened with Diane and who was she dating? Who was Diane dating? She was dating Sonny's bodyguard. What is his name? I can't remember his name. But I like the friendship between Diane and Robert. It's really great. But Trina came up with a really great idea. Also, the gang found out that Cameron is leaving, that he's going to Stanford. There were a lot of intense looks being shared amongst them, especially between Cameron and Jocelyn. Spencer, of course, was intense. He's just intense, period. I know a lot of us want Spencer and Trina together. I just need him to mature a bit more, honestly. I want him to mature a bit more before he goes in with it with Trina and ruins the whole thing, because he'd just be way too intense. But of course, Spencer made it all about him and the baby and everything like that. He even stormed off at first and stuff. It was annoying. But I'm happy for Cameron, going to miss him. He did make a plea to Jocelyn to stay away from Dex. Of course, that's going to fall on deaf ears. When you're trying to tell someone not to do something when they're doing something that that they're really connected with, it's just not going to work. Jocelyn's going to have to come to that conclusion on her own. But it was, I don't know. It was just a waste of time. She's going to have to get scared. She's going to have to get scared before she leaves Dex. Like, something really big is going to have to happen. But as we saw, they decided to meet up with Trina and Spencer at Sonny's apartment. And, of course, she saw that Dex was there. And he later filled her in at his apartment, where he pulled out a gun and nearly shot her. For us viewers who have seen this story over and over again, this is Jocelyn's first time going through it. So she doesn't really see the signs like we do. But she did say, when he was talking about Sonny, how, Sonny was the one who helped to render him aid, because at first she was like, oh, Sonny just left you. He left. And then he got, the way he was talking about Sonny was that, like, he admired him. And that is so typical. It usually happens. We've seen it, but this is Jocelyn's first go around in this type of arena. I wonder if Carly is going to have a talk with Jocelyn about Dex again, considering the heightened security and the fact that Sonny even told her that, Dex will be staying with him for a while due to what's going on. I mean, Carly knows this just like we viewers do. She knows the game. And Carly, of course, doesn't seem like the type to try to control her kids. She respects their choices. But I wonder, I'm interested to hear this conversation. I think that another conversation will take place, especially Dex's name was brought up. And the fact that Carly knows that Jocelyn is dating Dex behind Sonny's back. Since Sonny had told Dex to stay away from Jocelyn, he didn't want them dating. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. I'm excited about it. My mouth is watering, excuse me. Okay, this is actually pretty good. So Spencer and Dex, obviously, they do not like each other. Did anyone peep the fact that Spencer told Sonny that Jocelyn broke up with Cameron so she could be with Dex? How much clearer could you say such a thing? And Sonny did not question it. It didn't register in his mind at all what Spencer had just said. I saw in the comment section on Facebook that a lot of viewers, they were like, wait a minute. Spencer just told Sonny pretty much that Jocelyn is with Dex, and he just flew right by it. Again, I guess it's just not time for him to really see that. I don't know, but yeah, he just pretty much told him everything, but it just didn't register. Anyhow, I feel like Spencer and Dex will eventually bond, but Spencer is completely right, and he has great instincts with not trusting Dex, because there's a lot more going on with Dex than just Jocelyn. With him working with Michael to try to take Sonny down, and I'm still really curious to see how that's going to play out. Michael and Dex have not talked to each other since the ambush or the shootout, whatever you want to call it. I wonder what Michael is going to want his next move to be, and what he'll say about all of this. Of course, it's going to make him concerned about his mom and his sisters. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Moving forward, so what else? Okay, so at the Quartermaines this week, we had Brooklyn and Chase again. It's just amazing that grown people cannot really just talk to each other. But then again, if like telling someone you like them, telling someone you want them is really tough, because you don't want to be rejected. The feeling of rejection is just so strong and brutal. So Brooklyn said that she wants Chase, but then flipped it to make it seem like she wants him for the nurse's ball only, and not that she wants to be with him. I don't know. Are we still here for Brooklyn and Chase at this point? Because oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was wondering why the chat wasn't popping up. Michael is going to going to chicken out at the last minute. Let it be Christina. Sonny is going to be hanging Dex in the meat locker. I would much prefer Christina and Dex to be together, honestly. I really would. I don't care about Chase and Brooklyn. I think that they kind of when it comes to Brooklyn and Chase, it's like they kind of messed it up. For me, where they got messed up is doing that whole story with Link. And then I believe there was another young woman that got pulled into it as well. And then her trying to turn him into a musician. I think he still does that, but he really wants to be back on the force, or at least at that time he did. So it was just like all that growth that Brooklyn had seemed to have done wasn't really legit, if that makes sense. So I really don't think that Brooklyn has still matured enough to be in a relationship with Chase. That's just my opinion. Hey, Deborah. You like Chase and Blaze? Now, since I haven't been watching in a while, I haven't really gotten to see Blaze. I've only seen the recaps that they do on the Facebook page. So I haven't really seen her with Chase yet. And she hasn't been, oh, it's annoying now. And she hasn't been on the show in the last 2 weeks, so I haven't seen her. So it'll be interesting. I want to see this Blaze. I haven't really gotten to see her, but I really that's where I feel like they ruined Brooklyn and Chase. Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that, Malcolm. I'm with you on that. I was here for it too, especially when they were bonding over Bailey Louise and Brooklyn. Really, we saw a side of her that was just really wonderful. And it's there. It's there. But she just the way she handled things with Chase, and then that this whole story they threw in, and then the fact that she's like, I want you. And it's like, oh no, for the nurses' ball. It's like, you're still doing that? You're still doing that? You guys did that the entire time with Bailey Louise and it got you nowhere. Stop doing that. You guys are in your freaking 30s. Talk to each other. If you want somebody, you tell them. And if they don't want you, you listen to them tell you that they don't want you. At least you know. Gosh, I know it's a soap opera, but it's still really annoying. Okay. So things are well underway with their nurses' ball planning. Maxie showed up again. There were there were a lot of people who were annoyed with Carly because she oh, and please, if you haven't already, like the video, like the live stream. Thank you very much. But Maxie kept calling to Carly, who was very distracted by her latest grandchild. So a lot of people's like, okay, Carly, yeah, whatever. Right. When she brought soup for Olivia, Olivia can't stand her. A lot of people's like, well, why was Nina at the Quartermains anyway? You know what I mean? They're like, why was she there? But it was to move the plot along, so I'm not too upset with it. Whatever. It was nice of her to think about her coworker. Does anyone here believe Spencer is a very weak character? I don't think he's weak. I think he has weak areas that he needs to work on, like his temper and not knowing when to back off. He has some strengths. He certainly does, but there's a lot of work to be done on Spencer. Certainly is. Mm-hmm. Carly should have put that baby down while they talk business. All right. So next up, I think I got everything off of this list. All right. So, oh, I did want to say that how much I love Diane's dialogue when she said that Esme seemed to be 7 Disney princesses all rolled all into one. That was funny. And when she was making her case to Robert about why it would be in their best interest to drop the charges. Then, of course, Spencer has a lot of strength. He does. He's a teenager, but sometimes he does too much. Certainly does. He certainly does. Now, I wanted to talk about Portia and Elizabeth. These two women definitely have their woes. And they make really good friends when it comes to, I guess, screwing up. Though, if Portia knew the things that Curtis was hiding, I wonder how that dynamic would change. I actually would like to see what that would look like for Portia to know what Curtis has been up to and what Curtis is doing. Because Curtis's entanglement with Selena Wu could have bad consequences for Portia and Trina and the rest of their family. So I don't know how much longer Curtis is going to have this stiff upper lip. You know what I'm saying? Right. But so Elizabeth and Portia had their time. I think I should take Selena. And Finn showed up. Is anyone still Team Finn and Elizabeth? I just I really don't see the appeal of them anymore. Maybe at first, but I'm not. I kind of, after this whole storyline and her parents coming to town, um I just, Finn and Elizabeth, I'm cool on them. Like, they can be really great friends, but romantically, they're like a snooze to me, if I'm gonna be honest. Really, they are. Okay. Well, hopefully they'll give them a better storyline, because I feel like Elizabeth's story has been all over the place. Kind of like they didn't know, because last year, wasn't it her like doing these weird things, like all of the attacks and stuff at the house, and it turned out it was Elizabeth. Um, it just seems like her story was all over the place, as though they didn't know what they wanted to do with Elizabeth. So if they could just get some solid direction, you know, and stick with it, it just seems as though her story has been um messed up. I would love it if Hayden would come back. They could pair him with Sam. Oh Lord. Okay. Spencer and Trina definitely have a lot of potential. They really do. Um, what else? So the deputy mayor, she was given instructions by Robert. She went to go see Victor, who's still trying to get his man problem handled. Um, there's not a cure, but he's seeking treatment options. And of course, the deputy mayor showed up, let him know about the, Ice Princess necklace, and he wants her to get it. And then he had the nerve to say, "Don't fail me." Girl, luckily you're undercover, but if it was me, I would have been like, "Don't fail you like you failed me the other night." Ah, girl, I would have done it. I would have said that. Would have been like, "Don't you failed me the other night? What you mean, don't fail you? You oh girl, I would have attacked his manhood, but maybe as a Cassadine, he would have took your ass out. But I sure as hell would have said it and been like, like you failed me the other night." I sure would have said it. That got me real good. I was like, mm. But Laura went to go visit Lucy and Valentine after her run in with Victor. And it was nice because with Elizabeth, oh, I hope not. But what I enjoyed about Laura visiting everyone, or not everyone, but Lucy and Valentine, is just the fact that soap operas, again, when you watch them long enough, excuse me, you get to see the dynamics of the characters change. And I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. You Victor's Cruel and Unusual Punishment. So we have Laura and Valentine. They have definitely grown, both of them, because of the situation at hand, especially because it involves something that ties them together, Charlotte. And they both love Charlotte and they would do anything for Charlotte. And they're sitting on the couch and they're talking with each other, and Laura has to help Valentine, and it was just really awesome. Laura had said it, life is full of surprises. and they are united on an issue that affects everyone that's connected to them, which is taking Victor down. And again, this is why I appreciate soaps and shows that have longevity, because you're able to see the growth and the changes, and just things that you just would never expect to come about. Laura and Valentine have been feuding for such a long time. Earlier this week, or even last week, I was talking on how Ava and Sunny, how far they've come, or Ava and Nina, from when Nina cut a baby out of her stomach, and kidnapped her child, how far they've come. And it just, again, gives you hope about real life in general, and how things can change. You just got to hold on. You just got to hold on. So that was a really great scene. Lucy Coe. First of all, girl, that is the weakest disguise I have ever seen. The weakest disguise I have ever seen. What? What? Girl, you couldn't have gone and do some Miss Doubtfire stuff if you want to try to show up as an old lady? Get some prosthetics, a fat ass belly or something, girl? That is the weakest disguise ever. I cannot stand Lucy doing all of this for some nurse's ball. Honey, I know it's important to you, but damn. This is like a matter of life and death, stopping somebody serious. Like, you're supposed... Lucy, I guess it wouldn't be a soap if this didn't happen. Lucy wouldn't be Lucy if she didn't do something crazy. But girl, really? She is so immature. Yes, at her age still. She's special. She cares more about the nurse's ball than saving the lives of others and getting rid of an evil man off the streets. So, Lucy is being Lucy. Yeah, over a nurse's ball. And I don't think there's anything anyone could tell her that Maxie's doing that would pacify her. If she's not doing it, then, she doesn't want to hear anything about it. But maybe we might be surprised. And when she sees how well the nurse's ball turns out, maybe she'll just be like, you know what? Maxie, you did a great job. I'm surprised, isn't Maxie her business partner when it comes to deception? So she should have much more faith in Maxie and her ability to put on the nurse's ball. Like, girl, pass the torch. Pass the torch. It's okay. It'll be okay. But that's all I got to say about the last couple episodes that took place. My plan is to be back tomorrow night for a live stream. And I just hope everyone has a great night. Thank you for rocking with me this far, especially when I be like, oh, I'm going to do a live stream. Actually, no, I'm not. So thank you all so much for just being a part of this road with me and discussing our favorite soap together. I hope you have a great evening, and that, regardless, no matter what, if you hear from me or not, that you have a spectacular week. And I love you. Have a great night. All right. Bye.